Hey guys, it's Jesse again. I thought I'd make a video about my Pro speakers and my iSub. I was looking on YouTube a couple of days ago of how to set this iSub up because I didn't really understand it that much of how to use it. I mean, sure, it's simple. Plug in the USB, plug in the power, ding ding, you got bass amplification. But no, it's not that simple. You gotta do something to make it work. And of course, my Apple computer doesn't recognize it unless I do something, a little trick. Well, it's not a trick; it's just what you're supposed to do. But I'll tell you that just in case you don't know. Some of you may know. Some of you just looking around, just trying to find some how-to videos. This is kind of a how-to video. I'm going to show you a little bit of how my Pro speakers are compared to my built-in speaker on my Power Mac. My iSub, I'm going to compare them to bass amplification, to no bass amplification, and tell you how better that sounds. I'll show you how loud these speakers go, how low. I'll be using, of course, Pro speakers, iSub, Power Mac, and iTunes 8.0.3 or 8.0.2, I don't know. But let's take a look of the design first on the Pro speakers. First, they're of course, you can see right through them. You can see the wire going into. You can't see the speaker. You can see the speaker in there, but all you can see is basically a white little cylinder shape. You see the wire running into it. You see a few cables in there. That's about the only cables you see. And here's basically the speaker here. Pretty good. You got your little stand right here where it'll stand, and if you, of course you don't put it on the stand, it'll roll around. And this is left speaker, this is right speaker, and how do I know that? Because I know my lefts and rights, and it tells you on the speaker back. Oh, and you may have noticed, or may have not, because you really don't care, that I have an iPod Touch case. Yes, and this is not the case that came with the iPod I'm using right now. This came from a white Apple iPod Touch 8GB iPod Touch. And we bought this today at Target, and of course it came with all the standards. It came with your little piece of paper that shows you how it would look. Two awesome Apple white stickers, and your USB cable, and oh yeah, the headphones that I don't have right now. I doubt I'm making a video about that iPod Touch because most of you already know that. I mean, no manual included, but you do know how to use it, of course. And let's take a look at the design of the right speaker. Same exact thing, a little stand, wire running into it. Good quality, same as the left, unless you adjust it, and I'll show you how to do that. Our iSub, Harman and Kardon, of course, which made basically the Pro speakers too for the iMac and everything. This is USB. This uses USB. Or to power it, of course, we have this big power supply right here, which heats up occasionally, but not that much of a problem. Let's see, let's flip it over, maybe if I can do it with one hand. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. You have a little stand down here too, if you want to turn it over. And here is basically our speaker inside there. You can basically tow inside there. You have screws running in here. You have your circuitry, which I like because it's pretty small. I mean, it's really small. It's not all that big major, just do a bass amplification. And I think I'm going to leave it like this. I know that's not how it's supposed to be. Here is our power cord, our USB, which is running into the back of the computer back here. Our speakers, there is, if you find a computer and it has this symbol, that mainly means that you can use Pro speakers with it. And this symbol is on the back of this computer. It has a specially made jack because the jack is going to be hard to put this back in, but this is a 2.5 Pro speaker jack, and the standard one you guys are used to is a 3.5 headphone jack, which is the normal one. Let's see if I can stick this back in here, and I cannot. Oh, I was sticking it in the wrong jack. Here we go. Okay, but we're gonna listen to a few songs comparing the speakers. Oh man, why did I put that jack in there? Okay, let's unplug the jack so we can hear how the internal speakers sound. Okay, and of course we'll be using iTunes for this. More trusted than Windows Media Player, but it's got a lot of, I don't have that many songs on here, and I'm gonna be putting this not all the way up, but maybe, let's see if you can hear it. This is with the internal speaker. Let me see if I can make it a sound. There you go. You hear that or not? It's not that loud exactly, but it's just a little test. And now let's listen to the song, just part of it. Moving all around, jumping all around. Okay, there's our song with the internal speakers, and I could put up all the volume because it's not all that loud. And now we're gonna And now we're gonna plug in the Pro speakers. Let's hope you didn't think that was with the Pro speakers because that was pretty quiet. Let me see, plugging these in there. It's kind of a challenge sometimes because I have to basically move the whole thing forward, which is really easy with the handle, and then adjust it back together. And okay, let's adjust these so they aim the sound this way. Okay, this is I bought this. This is a jack, a 2.5 to a 3.5 adapter, which does not work because, well, it does work perfectly, but see, this is where you plug in the 2.5 jack, but apparently there's a little metal ring around the speaker jack that blocks it from going all the way in. So maybe a use one day. I don't know. $5. Sell it. eBay. I don't know. Okay, now let's listen to the song from. Let's listen to the beginning. Let's go. Okay, now let's listen to the Pro speakers. I might not put all the volume up because it's pretty loud. Just saying. Okay, so enough of that song. Now that you hear that, you can hear the big comparison. I'm not gonna. That's a big comparison to the internal. That was all the way up for the Pro speakers. It wasn't that all out of a song to me, but of course, you should have heard a difference with that. With the internal speaker, it's just one little speaker and it was pretty loud. And these are two speakers, and they were just. I mean, of course, they were louder and everything. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about our little friend back there. Wait, hiding. Our iSub, Harman and Carmen iSub, of course. And I will be using the Pro speakers with this. I really don't use the internal speaker that much, just because the Pro speakers are much louder. When I turn on the computer, it's connected with Pro speakers, and I hear that chime. I wake up pretty much really early in the morning, so it wakes up everybody with that little